Somebody asked me a question as to why I would buy the Rally Pro, the Tiger 900 Rally Pro, when I'm mostly a street rider. And it got me thinking, why? Why did I do that? On the Triumph website, you will see that, they show all kinds of people riding in water, up the hills, doing all kinds of fancy things off-road with the Rally Pro, and the GT Pro is supposed to be the version that is the street version. I'm mostly a street rider. I'm like 95% of my riding is street, and when I ride off-road, it is either gravel roads or fire roads, and so nothing serious like going up the mountains and going through creeks and going through the water and doing all that. So why did I buy the Rally Pro instead of the GT Pro? I tried both bikes. Mind you, due to COVID, there were some restrictions on trying bikes out. I had a hard time, I don't know if other people have faced the same problem, but I had a hard time getting to dealerships where they had bikes for test rides. And so finally I went to one dealership and they gave me the 850, I think it was the Tiger 850, and they said that it's exactly the same configuration as the Tiger 900 GT Pro. I'm saying the sitting position is exactly the same, and of course the 900 Pro will have a little bit more power, but here I am, by the way, I'm in Verona, and you will see a lot of motorbikes. I'm just outside of San Diego, by the way, in Verona, which is a Native American reservation, and right behind me you could see the tribal museum. It's an awesome place, by the way. I've been inside that museum. It's fantastic. Now back to our topic. Why the Rally Pro? Why an off-road version, or supposedly off-road version of the bike, when I could have easily gotten the GT Pro, which was, in fact, I think it was $1,000 cheaper than this bike here. The Tiger 800 or 850 to try on, and they told me that ergonomically, sitting wise, is exactly the same as the 900 GT Pro, and ergonomics was my main thing. I didn't really care, there's no big difference between 850cc and 900cc. And they told me that if you try this bike on, the 900 GT Pro will feel better. They didn't have a 900 GT Pro for me to test ride. It was simple as that. They just didn't have one physically in their dealership, mostly due to COVID, I guess. So I tried that bike. I really loved it. And then I did some more research for me personally. I'm 6'1" with a 34-inch inseam, and my arms are like a little extra long than normal. So I needed a little wider handlebars and a good sitting position. I had to convince one dealership, the Rally Pro I'm talking about, and they said, okay, we will let you try this bike, but all you can do is take it out from here to there. And basically they gave me like a limit of about maybe 3 or 4 miles to try it out, but those 3-4 miles were enough for me, because what I did was I pumped the gas and I braked hard, and I just felt like, okay, is the bike solid? Like, does it feel solid for me? Is my sitting position good? Does it have enough power for me? And so it was fine. I took it back, and I was really convinced that the Rally Pro for me is the right bike. Look at the marketing though. Triumph markets this as the off-road version, the street version and the off-road version of the bikes, but more biased towards off-road, right? But yet, when they sell the bike, just think about it. When they sell the bike, they sell it with road tires. These are the original tires that came with the bike. The bike comes with cruise control. The way the bike is configured, it is configured for very good street riding. In fact, you can take it off-road, of course, but it's configured for street riding, and it fits me well. So my answer to that question is, why would I go with the off-road version or supposedly an off-road version of a bike in a line of bikes where they have a road version. Okay, this is more biased towards road and this is more biased towards off-road, and yet I am a very road biased rider. Like 95% of my riding is on the road. The simple answer is that this bike just fit me better than the other bike. It's a little taller, it's good for my height, it's good for my arms. I'm very comfortable on the seat, and it has way more than enough power. For me, it's more than enough. And I can take this bike long distances, and I'm setting it up for long distances, literally. So that's my answer to the question, basically. Like, you know, if you look at the luggage, so guys, my simple advice to everyone who's riding, from my humble experience in this matter, is, you know, don't get swayed by ads, by labels that, oh, this is a more off-road biased bike or this is a road biased bike. Go try them all. You know, everybody is different. You are different, I am different, your riding style is different, your age is different, your physique is different, your strength is different. So everybody, you know, you need to find the bike that fits you better, where you feel comfortable. Okay, I feel comfortable riding this bike. This bike I can take. You know, when you sit on a bike, you say, oh my God, I can take this around the world. When I sit on this bike, I feel, yes, I can take this around the world. And that's the way you need to feel when you sit on a bike, when you test ride it. Make sure that it is a good bike for you. Don't get swayed by those labels as, oh, this is the Rally Pro, or this is the GS built for off-road stuff, and this is the GS built for road stuff. It might very well be, guys waving at me on a bike, it might very well be that the GS version, that is the off-road version, might fit you perfectly good, and you might be a road rider like me, and you'll be very comfortable on gravel roads and on fire roads then with that. So yeah, that's my advice. My humble advice, by the way. Safe riding, man.